want to do this. I really don't. Truly. I really don't want to do this because their door's open. It's making me so nervous. You did this. I just want to let you know that. This is your fault. Your fault, not mine. So pretty much, I made an agreement with a friend, and I shouldn't have made this agreement. I'm regretting it. I've regretted it for a while. I've been procrastinating. But I guess, the sooner I get it done, the faster it's gonna be over, right? God, I really don't. So because 50 of you schmucks have hit the subscribe button on my YouTube channel, and I don't think most of them is actual people. I think it's a lot of alt accounts so that my friends could watch me suffer. But we're gonna be making a special treat. Welcome to my kitchen. I mostly make pasta and the occasional chicken nugget, but today we're gonna desecrate it by making Mountain Dew Code Red cherry pie from the big book of Mountain Dew recipes. I don't wanna ruin a cherry pie, but it was better than ruining like 24 cupcakes. So here we are. First I have to make the crust though. I don't need that. That's gonna be the best part of this, because what I'm using is a family recipe that I know is good because I've made it before, and it's super tasty. That's gonna be the best part of this, but that's because it's not from the Mountain Dew cookbook. It is in fact from my lovely book of secrets here, my Kung Fu Panda notebook. I've got another camera here. You guys can look at each other. Ooh. There's the recipe. You won't be able to read it because my handwriting's stinky. But yeah, that's all we need is water, salt, flour. I have 2 because I don't know if I had enough. And Crisco shortening that I definitely got way too much of. So that's fun. I don't know what I'm gonna use the wide shot for. But, we're upgrading. We have multiple camera angles now. That's the perks of being a YouTube channel with 50 subs. God, I sound like such a YouTuber. I hate it. I don't like it. Did you know that only 50% of people... I'm kidding. Alright. I don't know how I'm gonna measure out flour with one hand. So that is gonna be... Alright. That's what we'll use the wide shot for, is when I need both of my hands. So we need 2 cups of flour, which is gonna be fun. We're just gonna do it over the bowl. I'm gonna try, especially on this part, because it's just the good part. But rest assured, I'm gonna actually try to make a good pie. So it won't be me if this pie is terrible. It won't be my fault. This is gonna be the good part, is making the crust, because I know it's gonna work. I think the saddest part about this is that I've never actually made cherry pie before. I've made other ones. Lemon meringue is my favorite one to make. But I've made apple. I don't really remember what other ones I've made. I might just be good at it. Have I made two pies? I think I'm more of a cake person. Cakes and cookies. Not that I've made a mess of my countertop. This is truly a baking experience. Alright, flour in the bowl. Look at that. It sure is flour in a bowl. So now for the Crisco, which I don't have a pastry cutter, so I don't really know how I'm gonna cut in the Crisco, but no, we're gonna try. that's the main theme of this. So I'm gonna say a lot. We're gonna try. I'm terrified that the people outside in the hall are gonna hear me recording this. And talking about making a Mountain Dew pie. Not that I know anyone out there, but I think that that's worse. I'm also terrified that my roommates are gonna come home in the middle of me recording. That'll be fun. But we need 2/3 cup. So that's right here. All I do is make pasta and reheat frozen chicken nuggets. Okay, Crisco in the bowl. I don't know how to. Sure. Block in the bowl. Now, normally I'd have a pastry cutter. I don't believe I have one. I think I'm just gonna try and take this knife, maybe 2 knives, and just like cut it up a bunch. That might work. We need to do this until it's crumbly, I think. This is working, but God, my arms hurt. I haven't exercised in years. This is the closest I'm gonna get. It's a little pathetic. I think that's crumbly enough. For the sake of my arms, that's gonna be crumbly enough. Now, when do I add the salt? It doesn't say to add the salt. I'm just gonna add it now. How much? Half a teaspoon. Teaspoon? Teaspoon. Teaspoon. Not two. Teaspoon. 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 Half a teaspoon. No. There we go. Half a teaspoon. Alright. I probably should have added this when I added the flour. I'm trying to make sure it's all incorporated there. We don't want like one salty spot. That'd be funny, but we don't want it. So there we go. The salt has been added. Now we add the water. Cool. And we mix it until a ball forms. So I'm gonna do that now. If any of my subscribers know anything about baking, I'm gonna be making a real fool of myself. I promise I actually know how to bake. There's a part of me that doesn't want to try because this is Mountain Dew pie. But then there's the part of me that wants to do well, just to prove I can. This did not form a ball. It's too crumbly to form a ball. I'm gonna add a little more water. Okay. I don't know how much more to add. That might work. Why did that turn off? Have you been here this whole time?
Yeah, I'm in class.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm making pie.
I heard somebody make it the other day. What was I gonna say? Oh, TikTok has ruined Ratatouille.
With the musical?
Yeah. So we keep talking about it in my culture class, and every time when they mention Ratatouille as it being French, somebody has to bring up, the movie or the musical or the fact that Remy is the rat of their lifetime or whatever. Like, I'm done. I'm gonna step away from the camera. I'm gonna take a nap.
Have fun.
Okay, everyone, TikTok ruins everything.
Pie dough. Now, we cut it in half. So, this we need to roll out and stick in a pie tin. Here it is. I don't know if I need to grease it. Do I need to grease a pie tin? I don't know. I'm gonna say no. We need to flatten this out. The issue with that is that I don't have a rolling pin. What if we like... No, that's stupid. I found a solution. It's a cup. Alright, gamers. Here's the thing. All of my audio files are lost. Everything. Everything from here until I take the pie out of the oven. It's all gone. I don't know how this happened, but unfortunately we won't have any more audio. We do have the video, but instead of silence, I decided that I would record a voiceover to narrate what I did. So let's do that. First, we gotta finish putting the pie crust into the pan. There's a pretty easy method. You just fold it, put it in, unfold it. We also have to roll out the other half of the pie crust, so that's what I'm doing here with my freshly floured cup. Once we do that, we're ready for filling, so we gotta get our bag of frozen sweet dark cherries that smell really bizarre, put them in a saucepan. Following that will be 1 cup of Mountain Dew Code Red, and unfortunately for you, I lost the footage of me pouring it in, so you won't get to see me emotionally struggle with putting that into the cherries, but rest assured, I'm traumatized. Then we're gonna add our sugar and cornstarch into a bowl. We're gonna mix this separate from the cherries as they heat up on medium, 5 minutes covered. You can see me taking a bunch of scoops, and that's because I only had a ½ tablespoon measuring spoon. We mix that together till it's well incorporated with each other. And here we can check on our cherries. Oh, great. It's hot Mountain Dew and cherries. It pains me a little to see this. It's still fizzy, it still smells weird, and that's what we're working with. So now that that's done cooking, we can add our dry ingredients. Our sugar and cornstarch are ready to go, so we can just plop them in the saucepan. Maybe a little less plopping next time. So, as I mix this, you and I are going to experience this disgusting feeling. Look at that color. Ugh. Something about that color is just, it's disgusting to me. I didn't expect it, I don't like it, but what I don't like more is that the cookbook was so vague in this step. It says to put it on low heat, simmer it until it's thickened. I had no idea what thickened meant. I was freaking out. Not only was I freaking out because of the vague instructions, but also because of the creation I just put in this pan. Anyway, you can see it's been on the stove for a few minutes now, and it's still not thick. It's liquid and cherries still. I didn't know what was supposed to happen, so I consulted the internet. I found another cherry pie recipe, not from the Mountain Dew company, to see how long they put it on the stove for. I shouldn't have done that because this person puts it on the stove for only 1 to 2 minutes, which is concerning because mine had been on the stove for maybe 10 minutes now. But look at it. That's not pie filling. That's like a really bad soup. So I looked up another recipe, and this one said 10 to 15 minutes. That's a little better. But I didn't even need that, because I turned up the heat 2 notches, and it immediately thickened up. Look at that. That's pie filling. That looks ready to go in a pie crust. And only I know the dark secret that it contains Mountain Dew Code Red. So Oh, that's fun. Forbidden knowledge. So we're gonna be putting this in our pie crust now. This is actually my roommate with the camera because I couldn't figure out how to do this one-handed. So I'm just making sure I get all the cherries out. Gotta make sure we get all that Mountain Dew goodness, of course. Here's the pie crust technique once more, but this time it's just with the top layer. We're gonna adjust that because I missed, and then fold over the edges to make a seal. This is so your filling doesn't spill out, and actually I didn't do a really good job at this because my filling did spill out, but that's okay. You can also get pretty fancy with it if you want. Grab a fork and press it in to make some cool edges. I think they look really swell. Then I decided to be real cheeky, real cute, and I wanted to add a 50 in the middle instead of the normal slits that you make in the top crust to let steam escape. It does look like a 5-year-old did it, but you can tell it's a 50, and it's fine. So with that being done, next up we have to protect the edges. So we put aluminum foil all along the outside of this pie tin. Now this foil will be going in the oven along with the pie for about half the cook time. It's just to make sure that the edges don't burn in the oven, and it's ready to go in the oven. So there it is. It's going in the cooker. And I'm very nervous. It's terrifying. But there it is. There's the Mountain Dew Code Red cherry pie. You can see the spillage on the edge there, but there it is. Can I record for more than 2 seconds? We're at 3 seconds. Alright. My phone ran out of storage, so I deleted an app. The sacrifices I make for you. Okay. You didn't miss much, I just ate another slice of the pie. But my verdict is that it's a good cherry pie. Oh my god. I don't taste too much of the Mountain Dew, but there's an element to it. It's not just cherry pie. I really don't know how to describe it. Also, this pie crust slaps, but I already knew that because it's my pie crust and it's tasty. This is good. Oh my god. The mental damage I took from adding a cup of Mountain Dew to a perfectly good cherry pie filling, I don't know. You know what? It's been solved with this pie. I didn't want it to be good because then the other recipes could be good as well. So I'm not promising that I'll make more from the Mountain Dew cookbook. That's the end of the sentence. I'm not, this is so good though. But for the time being, as a quick and dirty, fresh, hot out of the oven review. And actually, that's too big of a piece. It's a pretty good cherry pie. I don't think it has that tartness that a lot of cherry pies have, and I attribute that to the soda and the 1 cup of sugar that I added to the filling. But I don't think it has to be tart. It doesn't really. It's not too sweet for me, but I do like sweet things, so maybe it will be too sweet, but I'm conflicted because it's good, but I didn't want it to be good. So there it is. I made Mountain Dew pie. And it's a pretty good pie. I'm scared that this is gonna be my go-to cherry pie recipe. And I'm scared that a lot of people are gonna ask me to make this for them because it just sounds so absurd. But you know what? Pretty easy to make. And pretty good end result. So all in all, Mountain Dew pie, thumbs up. I didn't expect to be so happy at the end of this. I really didn't. Yeah, but pretty damn good pie.
Yeah, alright, go ahead.
know?
Yeah. I don't know how good it is not warm.
Tastes good to me.
Tastes good? We have one good, we have two goods.
Tastes like a toaster strudel.
And it's okay. A success! That's two goods and a, yeah, alright. Great.